Doxa's resurgence in the last decade has been a joy to witness, emblematic of both the vintage revival and embracing of colourful watch dials. There's no shortage of vintage-inspired divers from old Swiss brands, but Doxa has a specific personality which is unmatched by anything other than a direct clone. However, even though they are known for combating large diameters with short lug-to-lug lengths, the sizing can be a little bit intimidating for a lot of buyers, so the brand's latest release is the Doxa SUB 200T, bringing the size and price down while retaining the classic look. Doxa's entry-level watch has been the SUB 200, introduced in 2019, offering a taste of their brightly coloured dials made famous in the 1960s in an accessible package. But the 300T has always been the main drawcard. There aren't really any other watches quite like it, with every element having some slight quirk that combines into a truly unique dive watch. In releasing the 200T, Doxa bridged the gap between the two models and included the people who've been afraid to rock the chunky cushion cases so far. With a 39mm diameter and a lug-to-lug length of 41.5mm, the SUB 200T should be very approachable for any wrist size. It's also smaller than the original vintage watches, proving that the current trend towards small diameters aren't purely based on vintage nostalgia. It's also only 10.7mm thick, which is impressively slender for an automatic dive watch. With the exception of the model number, which is printed on the dial, the SUB 200T is aesthetically identical to the 300T. You still get that bubbly case, the patented decompression bezel, the mismatched hour and minute hands, and the 3-stripe hour markers with luminous strips. The water resistance does take a large step back with a 200-meter rating versus the 1200-meter rating of the 300T. However, that's extremely unlikely to be an issue for any of the owners of this watch. For almost all cases of swimming and diving, the 200T is more than up to the task. It also is being introduced with a staggering 26 references, comprising of 8 dial colors, some available in iconic matte finishes or sunray brushed finishes, and each complete with a steel beads of rice bracelet or a color-matched rubber strap. Doxa also used this model to introduce a new dark green dial with a sunray finish named Sea Emerald. This is just beautiful, spectacular, I love it. Now, while Doxa doesn't specify which movement is used for the SUB 200T, the 38-hour power reserve and 4Hz beat rate point towards the Sellita SW200 that the brand has been using for most of their recent releases. The Sellita is a clone of the ETA 2824 and has become a well-established player with ETA's refusal to continue supplying movements outside of the Swatch Group. In any other case, the movement with its Doxa customized rotor is hidden behind a solid caseback with the signature logo. So, if you've been putting off buying a 300T because it's too big, well, is the 200T what you've been waiting for? I bet for many of you it is. Let us know in the comments. The 200T is now available from the Time+Tide shop at a price of 2,550 Australian dollars on the rubber strap, or 2,590 Australian dollars on the stainless steel bracelet. Or you could just get both. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video and you have not yet subscribed to Time+Tide, well, why not think about doing so, because that is the best way you can support us moving forward to make more great content just like this on the Time+Tide channel. I'll see you on the flip side.